Last of Us, episode 3 is out. Let's talk about it. Welcome to Small Couch Reviews, everybody. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Jovi. We're off right now.
Yeah. So this one's coming a little later than normal, but we saw it, we gotta talk about it. Episode 3 is the video game adaptation of The Last of Us on HBO Max. This one, honestly, this one, I guess, kind of, and you've probably heard this. This one deviated from the games a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot more than previous episodes. It wasn't Joel or Ellie centric this time either. And it was a little longer than an hour. I think I read somewhere
2 hours.
It was a 2-hour cut.
Yeah.
Of this episode, and they brought it down to, I think it's like an hour and 12 minutes, something like that.
Which is crazy because I could definitely see.
Yeah, you could definitely see there's more
story alone being a movie.
I know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. We're getting, again, the people who made this show, they're giving you so much backstory and so much extra. You know, for those who are saying, why would I want to watch a video game come to life? This is it. Seriously, this could be a blueprint for how to do it moving forward. But, yeah, man, so...
They're knocking it out of the park.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm going to let you talk right away. But, quick recap. This episode picks up right after the events of episode 2. Mm-hmm. Tess, blew herself up to let Joel and Ellie escape. Joel is clearly pissed, does not want to be there. And Ellie, like she her smart mouth, I love it. She's like, hey, look, nobody made y'all do this. Mm-hmm. Y'all chose to trade me away for a battery. Don't get mad at me for something that's not my fault.
Literally how it starts.
Yep. So, Joel, he has nothing to say. Because I think he was expecting her to say, sorry. Yeah. It's like, I don't want to hear you say sorry about Tess. She was like, bro, I was not about to.
Them not apologizing.
Yeah.
I apologizing for something I didn't do.
Exactly. Love it. Yeah, she's wise beyond her years. And then, real quick, something else at the beginning as they're just walking along. Mm-hmm. You get more into Ellie. Like, she doesn't know the world that we know. No. And the stuff we take for granted.
She's been living behind a wall her entire life.
Yeah, in school. You saw it a little bit in episode 2 when, like, she was so excited to see, like, a hotel desk. And then in this one, she's like, wow, did you really go on a plane? Yeah. And Joel is like, it wasn't that great. You sit in the middle seat, you're uncomfortable.
It was great.
And she was like, bro, you were in the sky. Like, what the heck? And it's just, when you think about it, like, perspective, I guess. It's really cool. And then they stumble across these remains. Mm-hmm. That Joel, for all the, I guess for the hard outer shell he has, he still, like, looks at Ellie as a child and it's like, yeah, I don't want you to see that. But she sees it. There's just these remains of all these people that were shot dead by the government because there's a chance. If you're dead, you can't get infected. So that was their thinking back then. And then we see a flashback. Goes back 20 years. We see one of those people literally being loaded onto a government van.
So terrifying.
And then
I was like, yo, what are they about to show?
Yeah.
Because I personally watched the episode a little late, so I knew that majority of this episode was another story.
Yeah. But
then when they did the flashback, and I was like, oh gosh, like they already showed us that they're going to be raw with this.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to see them actually get killed.
Oh yeah.
And I was just not of course we are so desensitized, mm-hmm. but just the idea that these are people, and I was like, this is about to be crazy.
I'm glad they didn't actually show the execution.
Yeah.
Because, that's why.
But now you can infer, like, anytime they were picking people up in those small towns.
Yeah, they were just going to, like, if you can't get in, oh, okay, yeah, we're going to kill you. Like, if you can't get into quarantine zone, they're not just going to let you go. They're going to kill you. It's crazy.
Like, how many people they would have they had to kill.
Like, seriously, the people, like, the guy, Druckmann, the guy who did the game and who's working on the show, mm-hmm. he really knows how to, like, make things sad. Like, mm-hmm. pull at your heart. Like I said, I think I said it in the first episode. The first 30 minutes, the minutes were heartbreaking. Yeah. In here, this episode, even though, like, it's a quote-unquote, I guess, kind of happy story, I'm still like,
Oh,
yo,
no.
this is really
No,
sad.
That joint got to me.
Yeah, man.
And I will admit,
yeah,
that was.
I almost teared up a little bit, bro.
I did. That was great story writing.
So, but anyway, so so we go back to the flashback, and the flashback basically shows, like, like we said, the government's picking up these people in this small town and taking them to a quarantine zone, and they're going to be executed because they don't get in. But there's one person in the town who refuses to go. He is I guess you'd call him a conspiracy theorist.
And a survivalist.
He has cameras set up, he's living in his basement, and he legit just waits for everyone in the town to leave, and then he keeps the town for himself. He goes to Home Depot, builds a fence. It's played by Nick Offerman, Parks and Rec fame, Ron Swanson.
He literally keeps the entire town to himself.
Yeah, he keeps the town to himself. He builds a fence around his block. Electrical fence. He has traps outside to keep walkers away. He grows his own food. He's basically he's living in his own utopia.
Self-efficient.
Yeah, self-sufficient.
Sufficient, sorry.
I don't know. Something I was thinking. I was like, I know if that was me. He did all this inside of I think it was 3 years. I don't know if I could do it in that. It was a lot he did, bro.
I probably would go crazy after 1 year.
Yeah.
Completely honest.
Yeah. He built everything.
Yeah.
But then the main story picks up. 3 years after this, someone stumbles across his land. It falls into one of his traps. It is another man named Frank. And I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this guy, Nick Offerman. This guy's name is Bill. He's from the video game.
Yeah. So we know from the video game that Bill had a partner. But we never got to see the partner, and we don't know that we didn't get the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get their story.
Yeah, and yeah. So yeah, that's true. So Bill, like you said, in the game, he's also a survivalist. I remember when you first meet him. I remember playing you go through his town, and you have to get through his traps to find him, and he does not like you. I mean, he doesn't hate you, but if you died, he just would not care.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not. He's just not. He's not very friendly towards you. He'll just tolerate you, basically. But yeah. So and Nick Offerman plays that guy. But anyway, we see his partner show up, and the majority of this episode is just their relationship.
Their growth over 10, 14 years.
20 years.
It was 20.
No. I'm sorry. No, you're right. Because it was 3. I think so. 16 years.
16 years.
16 years.
Wow, man.
No shit. I cannot add 17, but 17. Yeah, 17 years.
So, again, I don't know if y'all do not get it, or anybody that's watching this probably has Instagram, and you're seeing how the viewership went up 30%.
Oh, I did not know that. That's crazy.
That's how powerful this addition. No one asked for it. No one asked for it.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting right where we're sitting now, just
yeah, man.
This is I'm sitting. Yeah, this is a relationship.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, the dude falls into his trap. He helps him out. The dude is I'm just trying to get to Boston. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you. I'll let you go.
Yeah.
The dude is like, well, before I go, can can we eat?
Can I eat? I haven't ate for 2 days.
Yeah, and dude's like, yeah, this ain't. He says something like, this isn't Arby's. I'm not giving you food.
And he's like, Arby's is a restaurant. And you know how cool Arby's is? They literally posted a picture of an Arby's sign that was all decrepit and falling apart.
Oh yeah, attention to detail.
That's how cool. That Arby's is hilarious for that. They're like, oh, so were you still around during the apocalypse?
Yeah.
Freaking Arby's.
Yeah,
Who wrote that line? This isn't Arby's.
But it was funny. It was great. It was delivered great. But yeah, man, I mean, so when you're watching the episode, now me not knowing how this show is gonna go, I'm sitting there with Bill. The stranger. He invites him into his house, lets him through the gate and stuff, and I'm just like, bruh. You can't trust people. Watch your back.
No.
And there's a scene, he turns his back to him when he's playing the piano. I'm like, bro, he's about to slit your throat. He's gonna kill you. But no, they really just start a relationship. They fall in love with each other.
I wish I got to watch it like that because I got it ruined for me.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Yeah. So I didn't.
Sucks.
I didn't get to see, and I'm like. But I didn't know it was going to go as deep as it did.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, cool, they're going to survive together. That's what I got from all the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And, the stuff that was online. I didn't know they were going to be.
So yeah, talk about, man. What hit you the like? What you like the most about it, or yeah, what hit you the most?
The idea that even at the end of everything that we know, you can still have love, and you can still build a relationship with someone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was it.
That it's just like the idea that if this is they showed him as a man that was just to himself.
Yeah, he didn't trust anybody.
He didn't trust anybody before,
and
he damn sure didn't trust anybody after. And someone came in that had a completely different personality, and just showed him love.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And that's. And they went through there. They had their arguments. That stuff that didn't make sense at all. Because why would you pretty up something that you want to look abandoned so people don't come in? That's
what I was thinking.
I was like, this is about survival. And
but his reason was, we're gonna have people over. He's like, we want this to be like. I guess he wanted to be more inviting.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm with the survivalist. Right. I'm like, yeah, no.
That's a great segue. Yeah. And that's how we get Joel.
And Tess, yeah, the Frank invites them over.
Yep.
And he's the one who comes up with the the symbol we see in the first episode. It's like on the radio. You play an 80s song that's trouble. Yes. Yeah, he comes up with it.
That's what they were getting at. So I was just like, I heard that when they were leaned down and he was whispering to her, but I didn't really understand what he was saying. That he was goosebumps, y'all.
Yeah, man.
That the attention to detail already.
So that's that, and it came up. You saw the last part of the episode. Yeah. So I mean, obviously there are spoilers here because we've been talking about it. But like Joey said, I just want to echo the relationship between these two over 17 years. It's great. Like they argue, they fight, they fall back, and like it's literally a relationship. You see it blossom.
They grew old together.
Yeah, man.
Literally.
I mean, there was. Somehow, some way, in 17 years, there was only one raid on their farm, or on their town. And, you see them survive it. You see, what is it? The survivalist, Bill, is like, I'm going to protect you, get out of here, whatever. And Frank, it's just, he's not going to abandon him. No. He came back, Bill got shot, Frank saved, like, it's just...
Saved him.
It was so amazing to see these two just basically, like, come together. Like he said, two opposites... basically balancing each other out. And then, in the end, Frank gets some sort of disease. I think it's... They don't say what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's Lou Gehrig's disease, because he mentions, there was no cure for it before the world went, before the world was destroyed, and there's not a cure for it now. So he basically was like...
hit me.
He's like, this is my last day. I want to have one more perfect day with you, and then I'm going to end. And when Bill heard that and he started crying, bro, like that's when it got. I was like,
I was like, God, y'all are some acting motherfucker. I was like, this feels like I really felt like I watched. That's why I said this could have been a a movie.
It's like bro, you got to know them, like, and then. Their final day, it's perfect. They go to the store, they put on their Sunday best, they get married, have a great dinner that, because apparently Bill's a good cook. And then Bill...
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that aspect of it.
And then, they... the plan is for Frank, the one who's in the wheelchair, to, swallow some pills and go peacefully.
Yeah.
And then Bill takes the pills too, and it's like, look, it's not some sort of desperation thing. He's like, you were my job. You were everything I have to live for, and... he's like, if you're going, I want to go with you. And he solidifies, he says it again in the letter that, he leaves a letter for Joel.
Oh gosh.
And that letter, that right there, man, that, again, the feels you get.
Yeah.
The feels you get. He basically tells him, he's like, look.
Take care of Tess.
Yeah. Take care of Tess. He's like, I had a job to do. You, everything that, and everything that I own, you now own. Take whatever you want. You and I are, he's like, I don't think we're friends. He's basically saying we're not friends, but we're the same.
Right.
So we're both protectors. Make sure you protect what's important to you.
And it's perfect.
Yeah.
Because eventually, sorry guys, spoilers, like, Ellie is going to be Joel's everything.
Yeah, everything. And getting back to that, that's why, like, when Bill and Frank, when they're about to go die together, he turns on the '80s song
Yep.
because it's Trouble, and that's what we see in the very first episode.
Yep.
So it was so good.
And he has it playing, and he was like, "Oh, why does he have it looping when they went downstairs?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Man, this is fucking
because it took him a while to realize that they were gone and not coming back. Yeah, man, that joint hit me. Like, seriously, it really hit me. And I know, and like I said, this is a big deviation from the game because Bill is still alive in the game.
Yeah.
And he dies here. Now, I know there are some people who probably wanted to see survivalist Bill more, like being, I guess, eccentric, but in the overall aspect, I will say this. The whole point
the
of them...
they made it seem like that's what we were going to get.
Well, that's true.
Which is hilarious.
And the previews for this episode and for the season, you thought you'd see a lot more of him, but you don't. But I think the whole point in the game was to go see him to get supplies and move on. And I mean, that still happened here.
Yep.
They just didn't meet with him. They got the supplies and they're moving on. And I mean, so I mean, you're still moving in the same direction. You're just hitting us hard, man. Hitting us hard.
I'll say it straight like it is. I'm very, very pleased that they took the time to show a same-sex couple on TV, and it was heartwarming. It wasn't just like Game of Thrones or like it wasn't like a prop.
Yeah, no propaganda. It was just I guess normalized it.
And it should be.
Yeah,
2023, y'all. Get over it. Because I saw comments, too, that people were very upset about that. And it's just like, you're upset that they deviated from the game, and then you're upset that they're gay. Shut up. Get over it.
Yeah.
Like this, again, like we both said, they showed love. It doesn't matter what it looks like.
Yeah, man. And, it was like, seriously.
Yeah.
I don't have the words to, you have to watch it. I feel like I'm stumbling through my words. I really can't explain what I saw. It's something you have to feel, man. Like
it personally came at a perfect time for me to see that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
And then just looking forward to next episode. Iconic moment of the game. I will never forget the very first trailer of the game I saw. They're driving through the city. Someone comes out. It's like, oh hey, I'm hurt. Can you help me? And Joel just puts the car in gear. And Ella's like, what are you doing? He's like, he's not hurt. And drives right at him. And that's happening here. And I can't wait. Because Joel kills people.
Oh, yeah.
Joel kills people.
I'm about to say, I think we haven't, y'all have not seen how real this gets.
Yeah.
Some other complaints. People were talking about the bloater. We didn't get to see a bloater, but we'll get a bloater. It's gonna happen. They're gonna show all of the different types.
Oh yeah.
What else? The school scene. So she said something about the school scene, but I don't remember it happening before Bill. So I guess in the game it happens before Bill, but I thought
when Ellie's in school?
No, when Joel's fighting the bloater inside of the school. And I was like, I don't remember it happening before, but apparently that's what a lot of complaints have been too. I'm just bringing up the complaints that y'all are complaining about. That.
You don't say that to them. You don't know that.
Just like the idea that it's never going to happen when we have how many episodes?
Yeah.
Like they're going to show these type of what do you call these zombies?
Yeah, zombies. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna see all the different types, and it's just gonna be done in a way that makes sense for TV.
Yeah, I agree.
All that in one episode would have been too much.
I think. I feel like this show has earned my trust by now. I know it's only 3 episodes in, but it's earned my trust.
I'm here for this, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, episode 3, y'all. Like, I think this one.
Another update. They did get signed on for a second season.
Oh yeah, season 2 is coming.
Yeah,
it's going to adapt the part 2. I don't know if I'm gonna like that.
They're gonna have. It's gonna have to be 3 seasons.
Part 2 was a long game because you had 2 different perspectives.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be 3 seasons. It's gonna have to be the beginning, then it's gonna have to be Ellie, and then it's gonna have to be Abby, or there's Abby then Ellie.
But they swap back.
Then it goes back.
They interchange too much. You can't do it that way. So yeah,
because then you need. For that,
you see it from both their perspectives,
and then a lot of past too.
Yeah,
like that could be.
I don't know. I don't know. That one, I don't know if I'll be like. Just thinking about that game makes me mad because I really hate it a lot. I didn't hate the gameplay.
Well, maybe they can fix the story.
They're not. You can't. You can't. If you're going to, the big thing that makes the story bad, you can't fix it. So I don't know what to tell you. Why'd you have to say that? I was ending this episode on a good note. Anyway, all right, episode 3, y'all. What did y'all think about it? Let us know. Sorry we're late, but episode 4 we will be right back here. And yeah, we can't wait to talk about it. And now, what I really can't wait to talk about is this next video. Make sure y'all check that out, because DC dropped some news.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it. Alright, but anyway, for this video, thank you for watching, guys. And until next time, we out.
Deuces.